All right, so that's Wilfred Solomon, Johannes joining our Ayesha Ismail in the last hour as we keep a very close eye on the weather situation down in the Western Cape. I'm afraid since then Ayesha has made her way out to Philippi, also down in the Western Cape, where we understand that 4 young boys have lost their lives. I don't have much more information on it. Let's bring Ayesha into this. Hello to you, Ayesha, in Philippi. I can see the wind causing havoc, but help me understand, why am I seeing police tape behind you? What's happened?
This unfortunately has become a crime scene. It's become a crime scene because 4 little boys tried to cross the water over here earlier today, and sadly it happened at about 2 o'clock, and their bodies are still here. The bodies have not been collected yet by the forensic pathology services. I'm going to ask Mario just to show you the illegal connections here in this area. And apparently the boys, as they were walking past, must have touched some of the wires here and they were electrocuted. And as a result of that, Eskom has now disconnected the electricity in this area. It's cold and wet and people are without power. But I'm now going to talk to one of the community members here, Colette van Rensburg. I'm sorry about what happened in your area to your neighbors. If you can just tell me, from your point of view, what happened?
Yes, it is tragic and it's very heartbroken, and I mean, for these 4 parents to lose their boys, like that at such a young age. They left the house, walking through here. We've had some heavy flooding last night, and the area is severely flooded. They then walked through there, and the communities, we just saw them floating on the water. After a while, some of the community members went in and we pulled their lifeless bodies out. The saddest part was that this could have been avoided. We've been crying for electricity in this area for months. We've got emails. We've been fighting for about 2 years for them to electrify the area. The authorities is just not listening. To Eskom, we've been calling them out for the past 3 months to come and fix the transformers. No one has come out. The city of Cape Town denies us services because of private land issues. These lives of these 4 boys are not private. This is a community here with the same tears and sadness because they've lost these 4 boys. How many more must die? The city of Cape Town totally knows about the water, looks at Governor Mbeki Road. If you look around the area, that is their roads. And they just say they're not providing any services to this community. So what I want to ask them, how many more of us must succumb by this so tragically, that these 4 young boys between 9 and 10 has lost their lives. Thank you.
And you said this incident happened just after 2 o'clock?
Yes, it happened just after 2 o'clock.
And there was another incident last night as well?
Yes, there was another incident with a young man, a father of 2 children. He was walking down the road. It was cold. He was found bare feet. I think he succumbed of the coldness. He was walking home on his way and he was found in somebody else's yard. So this is 5 dies in one day. Very sad because of the cold, without electricity, and all the flooding in the area. That's been here since May month. We've been crying to the authority. We've been having meetings with the mayoral committee. They were here. And everybody's just turning a blind eye onto this community. It's like we're just the lost people of South Africa. I mean, we are human beings. I mean, it's our human right to get some services at least. We're not asking for nice houses. We're just asking for basic services. And that has been denied. And we've got all the proof of it, how we've been fighting with the city. We even laid charges against them with the public prosecutor. We have, in July, when the flooding started, they've sent 7 trucks of rubble to assist the community. They then pulled it back, everything, and they stopped it, and they said it's private land. They are helping invaders. When they invade your land, they assist them with services. This is the community's land, and they don't want to help them.
And just to get some clarity again, you say that the boys were in the water over here and community members went into the water to go and retrieve the bodies?
Yes, the authorities normally takes long to come out here, and what happens was they were lying in the water, and then the community just brought them out to, with the permission of the parents, because they were floating in the water, and brought them out to the sand on this little thing that is there.
Thank you so much for your time. And that was community member Colette van Rensburg talking to us about what happened earlier today when these 4 boys sadly lost their lives. They were apparently electrocuted. We can see lots of community members standing around, and they're saying that they're going to be waiting here until the forensic pathology authorities arrive to come and remove the bodies. We tried to find the parents, but they're busy talking to the police at the moment. And yeah, Gareth, it just is such a sad situation where these little boys, their lives were cut short so early in their lives.
Yeah, and hopefully, as you say, Ayesha, the police are busy speaking to the parents. I'm quite sure that's off camera at the moment. Maybe we can get an update from police a little bit later. But there they are, the 4 lifeless bodies of these little ones who were simply playing, as I'm sure they have for many, many years now, outside near their homes. But now you have this extensive rain, this extensive flooding, and what looks like unprotected electrical wires. And unfortunately, it's not very difficult to see what the problem could have been when you combine water and electricity, and now we've lost 4 little youngsters as well. Ayesha, we'll leave it there with you for now. I'm sure we'll get an update from authorities as Ayesha Ismail does what she does best, speaking to communities, but then also demanding answers from authorities. Ayesha, thank you very much for that update. Terribly sad news. We've now lost 4 little ones, I understand, between the ages of 9 and 10. Indirectly, if you want to go as far as that, as a result of the severe weather, but it looks like they were in the water, and the chances are one of them had touched one of those electrical cables.